crafty friends. Welcome back to Belly and Craft Studio. We are continuing in our little Ephemera Keeper sticker book that I did. And I have a lot more that I need to get done. So I'm going to continue on with our last project. Let's set all this aside here, y'all. And here's some papers that I'm hoping to get to. And let's set them aside there. Excuse me. We're going to continue on with what we where we left off on our last crafting video. And I'm going to put the double-sided tape here on the sticky part, okay, as well. Let me go ahead and put this here, laying it flat. I hope you all are doing well and are enjoying the videos. And the weather's nice wherever you are. We're in spring now. It just goes really fast, doesn't it? Just before you know it, you blink and here we are. Okay. Continuing down the line. Okay. And I can always cut off that extra if I need to, but we're going to continue on. And again, you're going to see the process of folding it over. We did the last one on the last video. I'll tell you, whenever you do videos, and also I have, as I've mentioned, I have a ministry YouTube channel, and sometimes I will get things crossed and kind of mixed up, but I'm gonna keep going nonetheless. Okay, let me pull this around here. One more side. I do want to pull. Well, what I can do then is I'm going to put this smaller one here on this side. And I can put glue right here where the paper's at. I think that would be better. Okay. Yeah, let's do that. And let's get some art glitter glue. And I'm going to, this stuff really does glue really fast. And the reason why I want to put this on this side is I got to thinking, because this is going to be the base for the piece that we're going to put on here, that we can be able to put it into our 3-ring binder. Okay, let me go ahead and smush that down. I got that one. I didn't do that, and I had to put that glue on there, but that's okay. We're going to make sure it's really good and stuck. Let me know in the comments below where y'all are crafting from, and any comments on your favorite crafting style. Some of these may not be anyone's style in particular, but that's okay. And remember, we're going to keep these, or I'm going to, I say we're, because I've included you in my craft room. So when I'm crafting, I feel like you're crafting with me. Okay. Go ahead, and I'm going to keep those. And any overage that I have here, I'm just going to let it fall back. And now this one's kind of giving me a run for my money here. And I'm going to pull this little one if I can. Would have been a better idea to wait for the glue, but I've already got it on there, so I'm going to run with it. Okay. And I came up with this idea just messing around and looking at so many things that I thought, what can I do with this? What can I do with that? And just kind of playing around one day, and this is what I came up with, my friends. And I thought, what a great idea to recycle things that we have no intention of keeping, or we're done with that product, you know? And then I'm not going to do this side because I feel like if it's too much, then I can just trim right close to that. So, okay. If not, then I'll just go ahead and uh, glue it whenever I get back to that part. Okay, so what I am going to do then, I'm going to turn it this way so I can show y'all. Oh, my glue rag is all the way over there. That's okay. We're going to push it up, as I like to do. If it's got a few wrinkles, don't worry about it. It's okay. It's going to be fine. And with this double-sided tape, you really have to put it exactly where you want it at that moment. And remember, we put that extra down here, and I folded it, which will create a stronger pocket base. And we did put that double-sided tape down there. Okay, I did do that. Okay, I'm going to go ahead and smooth that out. I like the word smush. That's a cool word. Smush, smush, smush it down. And go ahead and get it up there where that Ziploc is. Okay, now, because I have all of this nice and tidy, okay, I'm going to I'm going to grab my handy dandy little paper. How would I call this? It's a ruler. I try to make it into a ruler. Handy dandy little paper tear, I guess. and I'm going to, sorry for the lighting. The lighting today is not too good. I think my light bulb is going out, but it's okay. I'm going to make this happen. Let's see here. That should be sufficient enough. Now remember that this edge right here has where that is going to open. So therefore I'm going to get as close as I can, and, or, hey, the opening is here, right? I'm going to turn it over. I'm going to make sure I still can open this, because I did put that double-sided tape there. And I do want that to open. I don't want it to have a double-sided stick. Okay, that's an important thing to do there. Excellent. Now I can always trim that edge off there, and that's going to give me a guideline there where I can fold that. And mind you, it's been a while since I had done these pockets, so it's having to remember what I did before. Okay. I don't want to miss that little Ziploc portion up there. I want to keep it where it holds that, but holds where it's supposed to go, but not close it is my thought. Okay, now here it goes. Now this is the back part that I have that extra piece hanging off there. And okay. Okay, right. I'm going to get as close as I can. And I'm going to pull back on that. And if I need to trim with my scissors, I will, because that I did have that double-sided tape there. Okay, let me put that back out of my way. It's important to do that because, okay, I turned this around then, and I'm going to go as close as I can because I had that tape there to tidy that up a bit. Okay, got that. I want to tidy this up also on the side. See how it just kind of a little off there, as close as I can without tearing up that zip. And if it's not perfect, it's okay. It's a carrier sheet, right? Perfect. There's one. Of course, I've got a little wiggle there, a little offset part there. Without tearing up that zip. If we mess up, or if I mess up that Ziploc portion, this is not going to do what I want it to do now. Okay. Now, I'm going to pull in my 3-ring binder that we had started, and I'm wanting to gauge how much of this do I want to use or not. So I did glue this part here. Okay. Now I could very well just, let's pretend I got that taken off, and that would hold that this way. Okay. And I can reinforce this as well. And where the end of the Ziploc, it would give me about an inch, little over an inch leadway there. So if that be the case, it would be this much right here. Let's just say I've already got that where it's measured, and that's what the finished product would be. Okay, so what I will do then is I will trim this portion off just a little, okay, and I will, because if I do it this way, I don't know that it is going to do what I want it to do. But I want this same um, style that I have these in. So I will use some gingham or scrapbook paper or something to put on these to make, make it look cute, right? Okay. And I have piles of goodness here. Since I did measure that, I'm going to pull in my guillotine. And I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to roll this off the side. Let's go ahead and do it this way then, because of that Ziploc portion. And I have already established that that Ziploc portion's right there. I'm just cutting the paper. Okay? Okay. And my blade is a little dull. So let's go ahead and finish this one here with the side. The scissors, I mean. Okay. Nice. Okay, I'm going to set that there for now. And if I find that I need to um, secure that better, I can, but it looks like that double-sided tape did exactly what I wanted it to do. It's serving the purpose that I need it. Just have that extra paper. All right. So therefore now I may go ahead and just keep this out. Save this for another project. Maybe some master boards, maybe. Okay, let me go ahead. Oopsie. And let me go ahead and see which of our papers I want. My sweet friend, when I visit her, she got these for me, or gave these to me, should I say, out of her paper stash. Let me see now. Which one do I want? I am loving this, but I really love this. So let's do this. This paper right here. Okay, I'm going to set this aside. And I am going to trim a bit of this off. It's my thing to fold it down. It gives me a guide where I need to cut that. Sometimes it works and sometimes it doesn't. But it's going to be okay. Yes, it will. Okay. Now, what I will do then is I will attach this onto my sheet here, and I will give you a demonstration of what that will look like when it's done. I'm just going to put these over here. I do have my coffee with me today. Lovely, just in my craft room, in my craft room / office. And I am enjoying a good, peaceful day of crafting. So what I will do then is I will go ahead is I will take this and I will put this over there, overlapping it just a hair. And instead of, let's see, instead of the double-sided tape, I'm going to use a glue stick. And I'm going to put this paper down, keeping in mind that this side is going to be the side that I will attach to in the binder. Okay? And I'm going to go ahead and I cut that circle piece off, this part that had the little circle on it. I could have left it, but I just decided to do it this way. It'll be just fine. And then once I get everything stuck down, okay, I do need to make a few of these, but at the moment I need to see how much will fit in the little binder I got. I'm thinking about making a few, as I really want to go ahead and make everything accessible and on the ready, so whenever I need something for my journals or whatever I'm doing and working on, I can have that. Okay. Um, I do want this side, okay? And I looked at this side, which is fine, but I love this side. So what I am going to do then is I'm going to turn this. Give me a moment. And this is my side that I'm going to put into the binder with the holes, and I'm going to lay this down here, fixing those edges neatly. I mean, just a slight here. You want that overage, just barely. Okay? Get my little scrapey tool here. my handy dandy little smoosher. I'm going to smoosh on this side, and it gives me that impression where that little opening of the Ziploc is. And yeah, that's going to work great. Okay, there's that. This side also. Okay, hear those air bubbles coming out of there. All right, now I am going to trim, being careful where that Ziploc is, opening, that we don't ruin that, and it doesn't have to be a perfect thing, just as long as you keep that Ziploc intact. All right, I'm going to trim this side. Close to that as you can, to that edge as you can. Okay, and I'm going to hold on to these. Now, I'm going to check and make sure this is going to stick here. Take a minute for it to kind of get together. Any spots that I see, I'll use my art glitter glue. Because the art glitter glue is wet and this is thin paper, I just did not want it to be so wet when I use the papers. And it kind of sits there and seeps through, but we're going to make this happen here, y'all. Okay. Making sure that that Ziploc opening is still accessible. Okay, that's the key here. And I'm going in here and I am making sure that's all pressed together. It takes a little while once the glue dries and it catches hold, you know. So any spots that are coming up, I'm going to put a little bit more glue. You can use double-sided tape. For the last one that I did, where did I put that? For this one, if I can grab it, this one I used double-sided tape for the whole thing. And for just trying it out, it really did turn out well. I enjoyed making this. Okay. So this one can be for all kinds of stuff, but there's enough here that I can do it from the side. That's what I'm going to do with this one. Okay. Then I'm going to make sure, because the one thing I want to kind of point out, when you're opening this, it needs, see how that's lifting, and the glue needs to stick to that carrier sheet. This is why I decided to do that, because on plastic, I did an experiment, I think you would say, that on the plastic, the glue did not stick. But when I put it with this on it, then the glue, it seemed to stick. Whatever your preference when you make yours, make my mic closer. Whenever you do yours, go ahead and to experiment. Okay, we go ahead and make sure I got that on there. And I could very well do this as well, if I come to think of it. And we don't want to ruin that Ziploc portion of that. Go ahead and stick that there. Let that kind of dry. Okay. And I'm going to pin back in there. Alrighty. Now I'm going to do the same for the other side. Okay. Now hang on to these, as I can take these then and put them on the side for extra cuteness whenever, just like I did the other, the sticker sheets, okay, the sticker carriers, um, these, and give it more structure, stability, okay? So I'm going to go ahead and do that. And that's going to give me a little bit of issue, but that's okay. Let me see if I can't push that down. And if I have to pull it up just a little to put a double-sided tape, I think I'll do it on this one, on this side here. Then let me go ahead and this is my opening here because I want to be extra sure that that's not going to lift up. I'm going to be opening and closing that now. And I want to be positive it's not going to rip up and stuff and such. Okay. And I want to put this here. Kind of give it a good press there. All right. The next one, I don't have another one of this type of these are all scrap papers I've had for years, and it's time to get, I wouldn't say get rid of them, it's time to use them because they're not doing no good, and the purpose of me buying them was to craft with them, right? Well, they're not doing that on my shelf. Okay, let me see. I got some gingham here. Let's do some gingham. That'd be fun. Okay. And does yellow go with that? Or what do y'all think? Orange? Not the orange. Or is that pink? I said orange. This is orange. Okay. Blue. I say blue. What do y'all say? Let's do the blue. Okay. And I'll go ahead and pull this out here. And set that aside over there. All my stuff out the way. And then you see how it's when it's wet it looks buckly, and this side when I did this one it was smooth. I like the smoothness. So on this then I may very well go ahead and just put some tape on that. This is it's okay. I'm on because this stuff is expensive. I do want to um, continue with what I'm doing, but I did put some tape up here at the top then. So here, put that right there. And when it dries, I think it'll be fine. I think I did put it underneath a book or something heavy, but again, it's been over a year, maybe longer, maybe two. I can't remember. It's been a while since I did this experiment, and I know it was way before I started this YouTube channel. So it had to have been almost 2 years, if that. Okay, now I'm going to go ahead and pull off this paper backing for this double-sided tape. And I am going to lay the gingham down all like this. And I'm going to go ahead and put this here. Bear in mind when you lay that down, don't get the double-sided tape too far down where it's not going to move anymore, because you've already put that down. And if I have to trim around the sides, I will. Okay, there's that, and I'm sure when it dries it'll be fine. Okay, and I want this to be durable because I'm going to be putting things in it. So we're just making it cute. Now, look at that. It did fine with the double-sided tape. So I think that would be a good idea. All right, where's my scissors here? And I'm going to trim. Okay. Then I'm going to do this side as well. Okay, perfect. Okay, there's our scrap. We're going to set that right there. And I'm going to go back in. That's just pretty. That just pops with that, and you open it up and turn it this way. That's cute. Okay. And that's going to dry real quick. And that is the top. I can feel the Ziploc on that part. Excellent. Now, if you'll look right here, it's trying to lift up. So what I would plan to do then is open this up. Okay. And I'll put some tape, not tape, but glue there. Okay. I try to put some more glue on that. And I'll remember that my pen went flying. Straight pen. I'm gonna need that because I need to put that back in there on my glue. Okay, now I do want to put this here. Hold that down. And I want this here to hold that down. And then I'm going to put just a little right here, right there, and some down off in there. And this one lifted up right here. So I'm going to go back in with this one. Okay. And continue on. So the glue side did not want to stick. I don't want that to stick. Okay, put that art glitter glue on there. Any spots that don't stick down, I'm going back in with the art glitter glue and making it lay down. Okay, and I'm checking everything. I like to be extra certain it's going to lay down. Okay. Again, you can use double-sided tape, and I did it on the other one, but I did glue on this one. Probably on other ones, I'll go ahead and do the glue. All right. Let that sit for a minute. Let me find my pen because I need it for, oh, I lost my pen, you guys. It went flying. And I'll have to look for a pen because I had another one over here somewhere. Let me look through my things. I think I have one right here. And this will have to do for now because I don't want my glue drying out. It's not the right one, but it'll do for now because I don't want it to dry out. And it will. It is a fast drying glue. So, this is our upside, the top. This right here is the part that we're going to make the hole. Now, you can very well offset these to kind of make them look really cute, which is not bad. Because I did this side over here, a different one. So if I even did it this way, that would not be a bad idea either. So I'll go ahead and I'll do that to get it to match. So what I'll do is I'm going to put some art glitter glue, and I'm going to put this down here. Whoop, I don't need to go that far because I'm going to cut the rest of that off. Go ahead and get that laid down here, and do it this way. Make it kind of decorative there. And that's that. That's great. All right. Then I'm going to put my pen back to keep it from drying out. I'm going to go ahead and trim the bottom portion of that off. Here. Perfect. And little bits like this, you could use it for your masterboards, if I can get that word out. Now, on the opposite, right here, okay, I'm going to go ahead and flip it over, and I'm going to do the same for this side. Okay, this is your top of the opening. And I can always come in and check it. Let me see if I can. That one probably goes to the very end. It does. Okay. Put some glue there. Okay. Put the pen back in my glue till I can get me another one. They sell the replacement pins, if you don't know, on Amazon for the art glitter glue. Okay. Put that there. Gives it an extra cuteness there. Okay, perfect. Now, with that being said, I have my little extra decorative edge that lets me know that this is going to go into the 3-ring binder this way. Okay, now I could have done it this way. It would have worked fine, but I think I wanted it this way, so that's the way I'm going to continue with. All right, let me check in my glue here. Go ahead, and of course this is for me, and I wanted to take you along for the process now and show you what I'm doing. Okay, so therefore I'm going to pull out, put this up here so I don't lose my stuff. I'm going to pull one of these out for reference, and I'm going to take this top part of this sticker sheet carrier here, and I am going to pull that down, and I'm going to get my pin where I put it, and I'm going to mark where I want my holes to go. And I know for a fact that the Ziploc is up there. So I'm going to go ahead and put a little dot, letting me know that's where I'm going to put my hole. Okay? Then I'm going to put my supplies back. I'm going to put this back into my binder. Okay? And then I'm going to get my hole punch, and I'm going to get it over approximately where that is, that little dot I made is at. And I'm holding my breath because I'm trying to punch that hole, y'all. That is tough. All them layers? Yes. Now for the true test. And that glue dries, it'll perfect. Look at that. Now close it. I'm going to close it like this. Now I know that's sticking out. If I feel like, well, that's a little much, and I know that that Ziploc is over here, and that right here, I can just very well trim that down and still be okay because I don't want that Ziploc to open. So I know very well right here, about an inch from here is that end of that Ziploc. So if I choose, I won't do it right now, but I'm going to wait till that glue dries, and then I will come back and I'll take a look at it, and I'll see if that's what I want to do with this. Okay? Um, you can also turn it around. You can trim some of this off if you need to. It's up to you, but this was very close to that. So it does hang out just a little bit, but I'm okay with that. But if I don't want the big pouch, I could put that in the next one that I make as well. But that gives you a general idea. And with that being said, I'm going to take my little sticker books for an example for the video, and I'm going to put these in here. And then they're going to tuck down there, and you can Ziploc this up right here so they don't fall out. But I think that's wonderful. Close this up. You can um, adjust it however you want. But again, that's what this one will do. But you can make them smaller if you want. So I'm going to take this out and put those back there for now. And I may very well for the for this one, being that I'm looking at how it is and how big it is, and I may very well go ahead and I have a bigger one that I'm going to use. I may just use this one, this page for in that one. And then also have some sticker sheets or whatever. Or I can, instead of stickers, I can put tags and all kinds of great stuff into that. Okay? So that's where I'm going to go with that. So, but now I'm going to take this one. It has the opening part here, and there is enough here, if you can see the crease, that I can do the same here with a side pocket, and that's what I'm going to do with this one. Okay, and that is a little bit out, so I may go ahead and just take that, and I will use that in the other one that I have. I over the years have collected so many binders, and I would keep them for whatever reason, thinking I'd use them for one thing or the other, and they just sit there. And I want to use them. And like if I print out a bunch of these pages that I create, I can put them in that. And also with the sleeve the clear sleeves that you put in binders, and you can stick those down in the middle of that or whatever you decide to do. These are great ideas, and recycle. That's what I'm trying to get across, you know. So I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to choose this pink. Looks really cute. I'll go ahead and pull these out because I think that that would look really nice for our project. What we're doing. Put this back over here. I don't want to lose our time. I'm just crafting away. Oh, okay. Let me get a sip of coffee here. I went and made me some coffee, and here it sits, you guys. So I'm not putting it on my crafting table. I'm putting it behind me on my desk so I can be able to get it out of my way and it doesn't spill. Okay, I think that's where I'm going to go with this one, going in with the um, glue stick as well. Okay, I'm going to do the same thing. I'm going to get this paper that I made the example before, just a little scrap something or another, and I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to go off the edge, and I'm going to glue. And I would use double-sided tape, but I think if I did this, maybe it'll work. We're going to see, right? That's what crafting is to experiment, see what works for you, um, into a great project, to be inspired, right? I'm going to go ahead and put that down. Okay. I want to move this to the side for the moment. And I'm going to put this here then. Keep dropping things, y'all. Turn this over and lay this down. The best thing about wet glue is you have time to maneuver it and move it around before it sets where it needs to be set, right? So, okay, I'm going to kind of smooth that down. That kind of just wants to lay, kind of stay up. I'll turn it this way. And then I'm going to trim it down. Okay? Let's see where we're at. And this is the top. Okay? Put that where our scraps is. This is for the other side. Go ahead and kind of smush that over. Okay? And then, same thing for this side. And I'm going to go to the very edge of that. And to the edge. This seems to work lots better, huh? It's sticking. Okay. Brown paper bag is what I made this one out of, and it seems to take hold of that glue really well. And I'm going to take this little paper away. I'm going to take this one. I'm going to turn it around. I'm going to put this here. And I'm going to do the other side the same way. I know that there's a little hole there. We'll put some decorative over that. Cover it up. Okay. Looks good to me. Okay. Okay. Do that. Oh, my little, we'll cover that. We'll put some washi on that. How's that? All right, now we'll go ahead and, careful not cut, don't cut that plastic part of where that washi, Ziploc is. Sorry guys. My mind got washi tape on the mind, on the brain. Okay, here's another one. I guarantee you, whenever you look at things, you're going to look at things a whole lot different. You're going to see something that you thought you would never see. That's the way I look at things. The things that God has created, I look at things in a whole different perspective. It's not because of me, it's because of how He's opened my eyes to see these things. Okay. And I really get inspired when I do crafting, and I did the same thing when I had my sewing business many years ago. And when I would create something, I wanted to see the beauty in that, right? And I would take the time to really look at something and really pay attention to the structure and the detail. All right. Let's see, I'll cover that up in just a second. And go back in, and like I said, I'm going back over all the edges, making sure it's all stuck down. It takes a minute to dry. And go ahead, if there's anything that's lifting, I'm going to go back in. I'm going to put some more glue and get it stuck. Okay? Time flies when you're having fun, I guarantee you. All right, so I have this opening here. Of course, this is a different type of bag that I used. Okay? Right? That's that. So here's another funny story. My pen just flew again. Oh my goodness. Oh, there it is. Gotta watch that. I get engulfed in what I'm doing and not literally paying attention. So here's a thought. You can take any type of ribbon or anything that you would like. You can go ahead and decorate these. Whatever you think looks good. Let me see. I have, which I don't mind. That is kind of cute though. What about, I have this burlap here. I can do burlap. What do y'all think? Do we do the green or do we do the burlap? Which, that really does look kind of cute though with that. Now, I like that. I like this too, but I do like this. So I'm going to go ahead, and if y'all say the same, I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to put this on here for our decorative portion of it. And I'm going to go ahead and snip this off. And I'm going to probably, thinking, I'm thinking that this would work. But I'm thinking double-sided tape truly would. Well, I have a little bit of this. Let me go ahead and let's give this just a little try. And put this on there. And see what that will do. Okay. I could have used the big one, but this one's more. And then I could put glue in between, right? Because I want to cover up that little mistake there. And go ahead and get this stuck down. See what our time's looking like. Oh boy. I'm going to put this down. And I don't mind the little fray on the ends. And if you don't want those, you can always get a lighter or something, and you can kind of burn the ends. Okay. All right. And pull the backing off. Get this put down. And it helps me when I craft to, if I need to throw something away, throw it away at that moment. So I'm not having to come back later and do it. It's a good practice to do. Okay, I'm not going to use glue. I'm just going to put it down, y'all. Okay. There it is. It's down. That's pretty. It's a little winker jawed there, but it's pretty. It's down. It really truly looks good. It looks like a pocket. And it gives a nice edge to that opening right there. Of course, I'm pulling it. It needs to dry. Okay, I don't want that to mess up. I'm going to do one more on this side before we go. Okay. And go ahead and snip that off. Put that back. All of these things I've had for a long time. My brother would go and pick some things up for me. So he's a brother, but he's a brother in the Lord. He's a great friend, and he would go to Goodwill and get some of these things for me and surprise me with it. So if you have a crafting store in your area, they may have the burlap, or at the Dollar Tree, perhaps. Um, Feel free to take a look over there. It does not have to look like mine. Put your own creative twist in it to make it beautiful and make it yours. That's my um, encouragement for you. All right, I'm going to go ahead and continue on with the tape here. All right, and I need to turn that around and that, and go ahead and secure that down. Take this backing paper off. Put my little trash can right there. And here's this one right here. And make sure it is stuck down before we go on the edge. Right there like so. Rid that up, which is fine. And there we go. Lovely. Look, beautiful. That's beautiful. Decorate it the way you like. Okay, make sure that's good and stuck. I don't mind the frame. It's a pocket for our ephemera, whatever we are needing it for. Once it dries, I don't foresee it to give me issue, but this one's a good one. This one came, that kind of poked me there. Look at that. Let me go ahead and move some of my stuff out of the way. Pull in my little 3-ring binder here. And I'm going to put this up here. Again, this I am more than likely going to, if not trim it down just a little, I just don't want that Ziploc section to be cut off. So I will go ahead and put that in my other one. Okay, this is my opening. So I'm going to go ahead and kind of eyeball measure where I can see it. You can even look on the other side for a good measure to see if it's quite symmetrical. Get my handy dandy little pin here and see, go ahead and center that up one more time here. And I'm going to put my dots in the middle approximately. And I am going to put this back. I'm loving these shower liners, y'all. That's my favorite. Yes. Okay. These different types of materials, take them and use them for things that you know you can use for whatever you need them for. I choose to use them in journals. And so what I'm doing here is I'm making sure it's folded, and that's the end of that pocket. I'm not going to put a hole in that, which I'm going to put that right here. And I'm going to put that right here. And right here. And I'm going to put this to add it to my collection in my binder. Thank you for hanging in with me. I pray that y'all are really enjoying these, and my hope is that you will give this a try. And let me know how yours turn out. Go to the Facebook page in the group that I have and post your idea. What you've made and your ideas and such. And when you use these and you're going to go back and look at these are custom. These are your handiwork in the works, if you will. Thank you for joining me. Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe. And I will see you on the next crafting video. Bye for now.